just wrapped up the John Deere division of the Open Finals, and JoJo Boone, ridden by Jeffrey Sheehan, scoring a 2:22, wins tonight's finals. Tell us a little bit about your ride.
Yeah, I was last in a bunch, and we really knew the cows good, and we cut the cows we wanted to cut, and everything just went according to plan.
Now this little mare, I guess she was owned by John and Hope Mitchell, correct? They raised this mare. She's out of one of Hope's mares, correct?
Yep. A mare called Bambi Freckles, and she sold her last year, and this was the mare that she kept.
So which cow are you looking for right now as you're walking in?
We're on a grey cow, and she runs up here on the outside, and she sort of takes off, and you can't see her. She runs out of the screen there. That's her on the outside.
The seventh place check, $9,425.
Yeah. And then the cow comes. Sammy got real good. Was able to push her away from that cow, and she got really good.
Mark's going to receive the gift trophy bundle from the NCAJ, official bundle of our association along with Planet Performance Products.
Now I'm going to walk back in here to find the yellow cow. You know, we couldn't see her, and John was telling me just right in amongst them, and then right at the end there I found her. She was right underneath me, and I brought her up. She come right up the outside here.
Congratulations, Jesse and Dennis. Jesse will pick up his belt bundle and Planet Performance Products.
She just come back to me really good.
$8,372. 10th place for the 211 TLC Cantanero.
So did you end up cutting the cattle that you had picked out?
I cut. We had the cows picked up before I went down there, and everything went to plan. TJ knew my grey cow, and John knew my yellow cow, and there was a dark grey cow in there with a white nose, and we knew she was good early, and they'd worked her before, and I knew like she was a good cow to finish up on.
So how did you feel about this point going into the herd? Where did you think you were sitting on two cows?
Well, I knew I'd had a good run, but I didn't know, you know, I knew I had to finish good, and I was just trying to get everything to work right, you know, and once I put my hand down, I knew I was okay.
So being the last horse in the bunch, did that affect your cap?
Before I come in here, you know, I thought I was the last horse. I was like, oh, well, you know, I really need to know the cows and have everything right, you know. And then I was kind of a bit down about it. And then after I seen the first set of cows, our cows seemed to settle a lot better, you know. Them cows look real good when they come in, and they were really wild that first bunch. And I was very lucky, you know, to be deep. You know, the further down you were, the better they were, I think, you know. Settled down and weren't so wild, and, you know, I was very lucky, really. You know, I ended up having a good draw, even though it was last.
And then just recently, the Andersons purchased the horse, is that correct?
Steve and Michelle bought the horse probably 2 days or 3 days ago, and now they're the new owners, so.
Of a limited open finals champion now. Now, I can tell by your voice you're not originally from around here, so where are you originally from?
From Australia, and I've been over here, 7 or 8 years.
You said, I heard earlier, you started working for the Crumplers. Tell us a little bit about your journey here and getting into the cutting horses.
Yeah, well, I left school, I was 16, and I come over here and I worked for Graham Amos, which I worked for a little bit in Australia. And when he came over here, I finished school, so I was like, oh, well, I'll go over and see what America's like, you know. I didn't really have plans to train horses, and then when I got over here and really got involved, went to the Crumplers and got along good there and really enjoyed it. And from there, Graham went to Manions, and then I went with him to Manions, and we were there a year as well. And then we moved to Arkansas and worked for Arliss. And I was there with Graham for 2 years, and then he went home, and I just stayed there ever since.
And so that's what you're still. And what's the farm that you work for? What's the name?
I work for Justice Farms, which Hope's father Arliss owns. So we train Arliss and Hope's horses up there.
Well, thank you, Jeffrey Sheehan, very much for visiting with us tonight and telling us about your run, and look forward to seeing you in the semis and hopefully in the finals, right?
Hopefully.
That concludes our John Deere division of the Open, and we'll see you around. Thanks.